Hi, stamping friends. This is Oksana from funstamper.com, and today is Wednesday. It's 6 p.m. Eastern Time, and it's time for Funky Wednesday. I hope you had a great week. I have a really cool project for you today. Let me adjust a little bit. It's always a struggle. And give a couple minutes to make sure I'm in the right place. I see you guys. People is popping up. And we will get started. Let me keep adjusting this one. If you're watching a replay, please go ahead and skip it for a couple minutes. It will be a little chatty and a few things that I need to talk. But today I have a really cool project. It's actually, I didn't look who requested it a couple weeks ago when I was showing everything with the art gallery, and I posted one of the cards we make during our retreat, Creative Escape, and somebody asked for instructions, and I didn't have typed instructions, but I thought, okay, I will case myself and recreate it with the first stamp set. So this is the card, pretty simple card. It's completely closed, and I use Daisy for that one. It was my prototype, so for prototype, I normally do something simple and easy to make sure the concept still works. And I had actually leftovers of paper, and you'll see, and it was kind of that strip that you cannot really use. It's 3 inches by 9.5, not really usable strip. And I recently watched a video from Paper Pixie, but she uses completely different measurements. So I adopted the measurements and created a matching ensemble with the designer paper. And we're gonna do exactly the same today. Are you ready? But first, before we start, I do have something for you to pick, because I thought I'm gonna do another full version and I ran out of time. So we're gonna do either Moody Mauve, it's new colors, or Lemon Lolly. And wait until I show you designer paper, the combination. Let me show you what we're gonna use. And you will pick and we're gonna make the cards. I already have pre-cut it for both, and I complete another one. So with Lolly, we're gonna use this pattern of designer paper and yellow daisies, and it's gonna go inside. And with Mauve, we're gonna use this color combination. We're gonna use bubble gum. It's really pretty. And this designer paper, and was extra for the box. So you let me know which one you would like to use. So comment below and tell me, is it gonna be Mauve or it's gonna be Lemon Lolly? So I see Lauren, Monica, Michelle is there, Sherry. So yeah, let me know. And I will chat a little as you post in your comment, and I hopefully will be able to read which one to choose. So it's interesting. So catalog went live yesterday. So this is a catalog, and guess what? I love to open and show you inside. And I get it to page 110. And this is a set we used during my catalog kickoff. We actually created just 2 cards with that one. And everybody loved it. I had a lot of ladies order the bundle or the paper itself. Keep in mind that right now I saw it on low inventory. Just don't panic. The item on low inventory is not a dies and not paper. It's those dots. So it's possible that the entire suite that includes everything could go on not orderable, but it's just because of the dots. I'm watching it closely because I love it so much. I'm actually gonna do a class at the end of the month. I normally don't feature stamp set multiple times in my classes, but there's just so much to do. I thought, and everybody loves daisies, and I have cute 3D project for you and favor already in mind, so mark your calendar. All right, so I do see Lemon Lolly, and then I see Mauve, and then I see, I don't know. Let's see, Lemon Lolly, bright color, so bright as yellow will be. Monica said Mauve, Lori said Mauve, Sherry said Lemon Lolly, And Michelle says Mao. Okay, we're going with Mao. I promise I complete Lolly as well, and you'll see the end result, and then you could figure it out. All right, so we're gonna do this color combination. It's a new color, Moody Mauve, and it's surprise. I was actually surprised. I love it so much. I didn't think I'm gonna love any in colors. I knew I'm gonna like it, but I didn't know I'm gonna love it. I knew I'm gonna love that bubble bass, and this one makes really, really cool combination. Okay, so what we need? We're gonna need entire sheet of cardstock. So normally the card is 8.5 by 5.5, right? When it's opens like this. This is one of the cards we made, right? So it's opens like that. So it's 8.5 and 5.5. Because this one is closed one, so think 1 inch bigger. So we're gonna cut it at 9.5. It needs to be 9.5 by 5.5. So not quite, we could not make 2 cards out of it. So it's gonna be just 1. So you're gonna cut it at 9.5. This way. And you're gonna cut 5.5. So it's slightly longer cardstock than your normal card. And then you will have this piece, and this is what we're gonna do box with. Okay, now we're gonna do couple scoring. Let's just do scoring for our card. And it's also pretty easy to remember. You need to have 2.5 and 6 3/4. So think about, you're doing 2.5, kind of more than half of the normal card. And then you move 4.25, so it's going to be 6 3/4. So pretty easy, right? So that's 2 score lines we need. We also need additional supplies as well here to decorate our card. So the easiest way is to go with designer paper, and I chose this pattern, and it's measured 4 by 5.25. So pretty much if you will just decorate front of the card. Okay. So I'm just gonna go ahead and glue it. And in this section, which will be visible, and we fold everything on the back. But before we're gonna glue it shut, we also wanted to punch half circle so recipient know to pull the notes, and it's kind of will be easier. So you could use any Stampin' Up right now carrying some punches. I still have some old. I believe this one is even what they carry right now. We're gonna punch that piece. And we close it shut. Use some strong adhesive. I normally use either tear tape or wet glue. So you're gonna apply it to the bottom, glue it, and then you're gonna apply this piece here. Okay, so this is the base of our card. It's kind of you creating a little envelope. For extra decoration and extra pink, I have a strip. It's 4 inches by 1.5, I believe. Yes. And I did emboss with a new embossing folder. It is in Country Lane, but unfortunately, it's one of the items that right now you could not order. So this is pretty cool new embossing folder. So I'm just gonna glue it for extra adding color, kind of that design, the pink to match. And we need a couple additional pieces. So this piece gonna go inside. It measures 4 by 5.25. Seems like smaller. Seems I cut it small. Yeah, I cut it smaller. Let me go ahead and recut. Thank goodness I still have this paper. I ordered more. we use quite a lot in a class. So we're gonna do 5 1/4 by 4. So pretty much like an extra layer. And you need to have piece of basic wine that is 1/4 smaller. So this one will be 3 3/4 by 5. You don't need to remember all the measurements. I will be posting it on my blog within a day or two, and all the measurements will be there. Or you could always, if you're rewatching, you could stop the video and here are the measurements again. We're gonna decorate in a bit, but this is slides inside. Look how pretty. And this is gonna be the base of your card, and we will add a little bit of ribbon to kind of cool. New in Colors have this ribbon. I like it for lines, but it's more stiff, so maybe not ideal for the bows. But I like to do like a little knot with that, and it holds pretty well and has really nice texture. So it's called textured ribbon. So the other tip is you could use, kind of cut the ribbon in half and use that half to tie a bow. It's gonna be a little kind of frayed, but it's still pretty. I did use it on a couple projects like that. All right, now we need to find the glue dots and put it here, and we have our base of the cards. And now we're gonna decorate. And if you watched me last week or attended my class, you know that this bundle has so many different possibilities, especially dies. And I like when, I call it, there is a lazy option. When you need something quick, I don't want it to, you don't feel like stamping. So one of the options is this die, which is super cool. It cuts everything. So you already have it, and you're gonna be sponging. But what I find out, I didn't know that if you cut this die that goes with the stamp set and you put it underneath, it actually matches perfectly. So it's kind of give you a little bit of background. I'm not sure which way to put, but it does. So I discovered by mistake. So it has like 3 ways or 4 ways to do flowers. So which pretty cool with that bundle. But I thought, let's just do, instead of daisies, we will do some pink flowers. And who said we could not have pink flowers, right? So the design of the card will be relatively simple. Again, we highlight right now our fold. I cut a bunch of pieces, so this is the daisy I cut, and we will use like circle to assemble and put it there. And this is what I was saying. See, I cut this outline of the flower, and when I put it like that, look, it's just like an extra background. So it's pretty cool. So in instance, there is other dies that cuts fine, kind of extra second layer. So designed to go here, right? But you could see how much smaller it is, right? Versus this one is kind of your background. I bet you could probably even layer this one on top of this one. And it's gonna layers almost like a 3-way. I didn't realize it's like 3 different sizes until I discovered it recently by accident. So this is the daisy we're gonna work with, and I'm only gonna stamp in little inserts and sponge it a little bit. The colors we're working here is, I guess copper clay should work as well. There's a copper clay and wheat. So let's just do, I like copper clay, it's a little bit more darker. Both of them will work great. So I'm so concentrating on even see what you guys saying, if you're saying anything. So yeah, the class was great. We had a lot of fun. So we discovered there are some people who really know their colors. We did play taboo game. Everybody had a chance to go, and we had a color. That person had a color written down, and they need to describe the color, but they had specific words to written with the assignment that should not be said. So it was actually, some colors were pretty complicated, but we had also great hints like dance. Jill said dance, and Monica said calypso choral. Like, I would never guess that. And then I think somebody else said spice, and somebody said crushed curry. That was epic. Like, one guess and people were guessing. So it was a lot of fun, and we had winners. And so let's just sponge a little bit. What did I do with my sponges? Okay. And I thought, I don't know if I wanted to go with a mauve right away. Let's just go with bubble bath and see if you could make it a little bit darker. Even if you sponge with the same color, it kind of gives more definition to the flower. You could see right now, it's already changing and kind of becoming more interesting. When you just cut it from cardstock, it's look kind of one dimension. So I like this trick. So you could even do tone on tone, or you could do darker tones. We did with Lolly, we use Daffodil Delight. It was also pretty cute. Okay. And I want to go for the birthday sentiment. We kind of assembling as we go here. Look how cute. We're gonna do some birthday. We're gonna stamp some leaves and some stem. No die cutting. We're going easy today. But yeah, this is a great bundle. I know I'm a big sucker for the flowers, but I do like when you kind of could build and have a different kind of design and play with color, when it's just not just one way to use it. So let's stamp sentiment in mauve. Moody Mauve is too long, right? Don't you think? So we're just gonna do it with this color. This particular designer paper, I like it, but I also have, I'm still a traditional girl. Leaves needs to be green, and stamps need to be green. I cannot just do copper clay or mauve for that. So let's go with a green, garden green. Designer paper has a garden green, so we're gonna use that. Probably should have stamped sentiment as well. We just kind of add extra something quick. I have plenty of white labels, so we could always restamp. Love photopolymer. You could reposition if you make a boo-boo like I just did. Good enough. Okay, we will add this one with dimensionals. And we will be ready to work on our box. What was your pick from new catalog? I know some of you, and I was one of those people too. If you look on page 70, this is my really favorite one. So sometime when you first time see catalog, where something catches your eyes right away, and like you kind of like it right away without even, you kind of already know what to do with the same. Either samples are really nice or so. So this is how it was for me with it's called Aston Elegance. I just know it's 70, but I don't know names yet. Still need to study. I did order it, not first thing on an order, especially ribbon and entire suite. So stay tuned. We're definitely gonna feature that and do either class or club. We're gonna do a lot of fun stuff with that. And we're gonna put it here. Let's put it here, and I think that's gonna be it. And you could, it's always a trick, right? You could just keep adding and adding and adding when you don't have finished design yet. So we're gonna add it here, and that's our base of our card. Okay, so let's right now concentrate on our second portion, and it's our little treat, right? The idea is today to take a piece of paper, create this fun fold that we're gonna stamp. Do I have extra pieces to put inside? Yes. Let's just kind of do matchy-matchy. And we will make a little favor with the rest to match. It's kind of cool for birthday to give, you know, little something. You could put jewelry, you could, I wonder if maybe gift card. I'm not sure if the gift card will fit. I didn't try, but you know, either candy or little something. All right, so this is the card. Let me clean it. Just too much stuff. Close my glue. And we will need, in addition to that, piece of paper. The piece of paper is left over 3 by 9.5, and I need to have 2 pieces of designer paper measure 3.5 by 3, so not quite square. And let's just do some scoring. And we're trying to create box like that with designer paper on the side. All right, so we're gonna score at 3.5. Taking that, we score it at 3, so it's 3 by 3, so it's gonna be square, right? Yes. So we're scoring it at 3, at 5, at 8, and then the 8 1/8, like next tick mark on top. Okay, and those 2 little pieces we're gonna score on 1/2 inch on all 3 sides. If your paper has a direction, you basically want to score on the bottom and on both sides. This paper, what I like, it doesn't have direction, so I'm just gonna score it on 3 sides. So basically 2 long sides and 1 short. Okay, we will need to do little surgery, but really limited amount, nothing really crazy. Let me fold it. Sometimes when I'm doing not precise projects and working with designer paper which is thinner, sometimes I put them together and cut at the same time. This time I'm not gonna do it because I don't actually see that well with the score line because of the pattern of the paper. So what you're basically trying to remove those squares, but you try to make a little angle for easier to adhere. So kind of on top as well, and we're gonna do in exactly the same piece. Like so. And you could use either wet glue to glue it, any strong adhesive. If you're using Seal Plus, use Seal Plus. Strong adhesive for me, my choice of strong adhesive is a tear tape. I like to use tear tape. and this is what I'm gonna use. So on the front, I'm gonna put tear tape on all 3 sides, but also we will need to stamp a little bit because I don't want to zap such a plain box. You know, mauve is maybe not bad color, but it's still plain paper. We cannot have plain paper. We could do better than that. And at the end, I'll show you the same card done with different suite. I also playing right now a lot. Basically, it's gonna be my focus this month as well, called Crafting with You. Oops. And this is gonna be my club bundle. I'm having a club for starting. I started in the beginning of the year, and it's Fun Creations Club. So what we do, we basically, it's like a subscription. You receive supplies to make. We normally make 8 cards plus bonus. So this month's gonna be 8 cards plus home decor. So 2 each of 4 designs, plus you get $20 worth of products. So it's pretty cool one. So I always, if I not only including those 8 projects I also include extra ideas, and all months I feature this bundle, so my people will have plenty of ideas to use the supplies. I just rounded the corners. It looks a little bit more finished, so use any corner rounder, or you could just do a cut. So let's just do little stamping. I like this stamp set because it has couple images that you could do. You could actually use those dots as your background, or you could use this flower. I really like that flower specifically for stamping the background. And I'm gonna stamp it in mauve just to give it a little bit of definition. Okay, so, and I'm not gonna stamp everywhere. I'm only gonna stamp on the part that's gonna be my front. Look at that mauve, pretty cool. When it's dry, it's gonna be much lighter. You could always stamp off. Yeah, and here I'm just trying to do symmetrical, but that's all stamping we're gonna do. So now you're gonna just glue those pieces and create a box with the sides that are designer paper. And it's kind of cool when you have a card and then the same designer paper for the box. Let's see if I'll be able to see. My sun is so bright right now. I will need to move my Facebook to morning. No, I'm joking. I cannot do it in the morning. It just right now, this time of the day, I have really hard time, and I don't have blinds in my craft room. It was great in the winter. It's making it hard to make those kind of precise cuts. I'll need to figure it out, something with these are blinds or something for next week. Talking about next week, as there will be no Facebook Live next week. I'm actually traveling for work next week. I'll be in Atlanta attending user conference. I have a presentation and, you know, a lot of things to do. So definitely I will not be able to go live. Maybe I'll just say hi. We'll see. But I will have something for you, some tutorial, so you could still enjoy some new fold on your 3D or something like that. So stay tuned. Yeah, gonna be busy starting yesterday. Probably more than that. Yeah, we're pretty busy with some arrangements. My son is graduating this weekend, so it's a big milestone. He actually, Monday, he called us and he said, that's it. He returned his last paper and he is done. Still waiting for grade, just in case, right? But yeah, it's hard to believe that you kind of remember them young. And when my daughter graduated, it was big milestone, but we still had kid in college, but now he's graduating as well. So I'm just gluing and making a box, and getting the designer paper is kind of cool here because it's much more lighter, much more kind of lightweight that you could push. So I'm just gonna put my 2 fingers and bring the top here and put it on top. See? And that's it. This is the trick for the box. The box to stay closed, I use Velcro. You could use multiple things, but I have Velcro. 2 Velcro dots. Could be different size. I believe I had smaller ones somewhere, but this is what is right now on my desk. It's kind of nice way that you don't need to do it shut. So you glue it here, remove the Velcro. Isn't that neat? And of course we need to decorate. I cut a couple different pieces. Let's see which one we will use. We will use this. We will use matching circle. I'll try to make it fast. And gonna be like that. So what do you think? What else you could think could fit in that little pouch? Obviously some good chocolate, some money, but I don't know, gift card, if it's gonna fit or not. Probably it's not tall enough unless we redesign it to make it a little bit taller, which is possible. And I'm gonna just glue it to the top to kind of have little closure. And I will add a daisy. And I don't know if I wanted to add white daisy, pink daisy. Let's see. What if I add this white daisy? I pre-cut it from scrap, and we add little insert, and here we have it. And stay tuned, let me show you additional ideas what we created. And I promise I'm gonna finish, as I have everything pre-cut, I'm gonna finish that other color, lemon lolly, so you could see which one you like better. And it's kind of also for me nice to have quick cards already in hand. Maybe I'll make it in graduation card. Still need to work on 2 graduation cards by Friday. But night is still young, I can still do it, right? So here is little box that we created. Oops, it needs to be glued. Open it too soon. So here's the box, and it closes. And here is the card. And this is the previous one I did. Oopsie daisy, I'm sorry. So like a sorry card. I thought the colors were kind of muted, so it's not necessarily look too much like a birthday card. So this is the other one. And those one I actually assembled because, like I mentioned, was prototype, but it was kind of naked. So it was my afterthought to stamp those things. I was actually stamping after the box was assembled. It was interesting task. And here is the one I made as an addition to my club. It's not going to be club project. It's going to be, they will have extra instructions and information. I'm not going to be posting pictures nowhere of this one. But this is the card with the same fold. I just add extra white matting. And here is a little sweet box. All right, so what do you think? If you're interested in my Fun Creation Club, visit funstamper.com, and on top you will see a link for the club. There's all information, or just message me if you have any questions. I would love to have you as a part of the club. All right, so that's all for today. I hope you will give this fold a try. Grab some paper that you have, some designer paper, and let's get creative. Hope you have a great week. And until then, happy stamping. Bye.